Hi, I'm Dena, and this is Lyndale Speaks, Empowering Student Voice. Since its foundation in 1986 by Austcare, Refugee Week is Australia's peak annual event set to inform the public about refugees and celebrate positive contributions made by refugees to Australian society. But the question is, what is a refugee? Well, according to the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, it states that refugees are people who have fled war, violence, conflict, or persecution and have crossed an international border to find safety in another country. However, there's been a great concern within the international community due to the growing number of displaced people around the world. For example, there's 80 million forcibly displaced people, where 26 million of these people are refugees. Historically, in Australia's context, the earliest identifiable group of refugees were German Lutherans, who fled to Australia in 1839 unassisted due to religious persecution. Since then, Australia has welcomed a great number of refugees who now have called Australia their home. The theme for this year's Refugee Week is Unity, the way forward. And as a college community, we are celebrating people's success stories, their journeys, and the many challenges they've had to overcome with the spirit of moving the way forward. This is Lyndale Speaks. Hello, Miss Sobia, and welcome to Lyndale Speaks.
Thank you so much, Dena, for having me.
Miss Sobia, I understand you're originally from Afghanistan, but what year did your family arrive in Australia, and what was the journey like, if you can remember?
So I arrived in Australia in 2005.
Wow.
I was 9.5, so quite young.
Yeah.
And our journey has been challenging, tough, and I guess beautiful in general, just to see the whole journey itself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What was life like for you growing up in Australia, and how did your family cope living in a completely different country like Australia?
Look, life was quite hard for us coming to a new country, not knowing the language, not knowing the people, and when you don't know the language, it's very hard for you to communicate with other people and just, I guess, connect with them and have that belonging and all that stuff. So it was quite tough for us. But eventually, we got there. Started my primary school, did my high school, at uni, finished all that, and
yeah, that's great to hear.
And with my family, I guess it's exactly the same thing. You know, coming to a new country, it's quite tough for us to adjust, and so.
Despite all the adversity you and your family faced, however, I am very sure that your family must be very proud of you for all your achievements and the amazing young woman you've become. For example, I see you're a welfare and child safety officer at Dandenong North Primary School. So how are you enjoying your job working with primary school students?
It's something that I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Working in a primary school is something that I've always wanted to do. And I guess doing my welfare role has always been my dream. So studying that and then having a job in that area as well, it's been a huge achievement for myself and I guess for my family, for bringing us here and getting us all those opportunities that we didn't have back in our country. So it's been a beautiful journey.
Yep. It says you hold a bachelor's degree in applied psychology from RMIT University and a diploma of counseling psychology from Chisholm Institute. Now, looking back as a high school student, what really made you want to pursue a career in psychology and why?
Psychology. I've always been interested in human behaviour and why we behave the way we do and things like that. That's why I did psychology. I did psychology in year 11 and 12 as well. It was quite tough. Didn't really do well, but it's something that challenged me. I wanted to take it further and do it at uni. And that's something that I did, and really enjoyed it.
That's amazing to hear. If you were to give some advice to your young self in high school, what would it be?
That's a very interesting question. I would just say get out of your comfort zone. I felt like I was just so into getting my studies done, trying to achieve my goals. I forgot to enjoy the moments that I had at school. And I felt like I would just say to myself to take it easy, enjoy yourself, study, but enjoy at the same time. Make new friends, get out of your comfort zone. be able to answer questions, because that's something I never did. So that's something I would.
Being a high school student myself, but let alone the current situation we're in due to COVID-19, what advice would you give to students regarding their dreams, goals, or even aspirations?
I'll just say don't give up. Things like COVID or anything else would come along your way, because it's the reality of life. You'll have ups and downs, but just don't give up on your dreams. Always work hard towards them. Don't forget to enjoy again. But you know, you will have things like that come your way, come through on your way of your dreams and your achievements, I guess, that you want to achieve. So yeah, I'll just say don't give up and try your best.
Yeah, that's really, really good advice. And is there anything else that you'd like to share with us?
No, that's it.
Miss Sobia, it is with great pleasure speaking with you here at Lyndale Speaks as a part of our Refugee Week celebration. Thank you very much for the great contribution you have made to the Australian society, particularly in the greater city of Dandenong community. We appreciate your wonderful work and thank you for being such a great role model for us. And on top of this, thanks to our listeners and viewers. We hope to see you next time. Bye.